solve every single one of humanity's problems, or it could be the very last thing we ever create. Today, we're diving into superintelligence, what it is, and why the stakes have literally never been higher. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi plot anymore. This is a real question that engineers, philosophers, and world leaders are wrestling with as we speak. And believe me, the answer is going to define the entire future of our species. Okay, so before we get into the wild, incredible promise and the profound peril, let's just get on the same page. Let's nail down the fundamentals. What exactly is superintelligence? Now, to be perfectly clear, we're not just talking about an AI that's a little better at chess or can crunch data faster. A true superintelligence would outperform the most brilliant human you can think of in every single domain. We're talking everything from composing a symphony to designing a brand new economy. Look, the AI we have right now is basically a tool. It's a powerful tool for sure, but it's narrow. A superintelligence, or ASI, that would be a completely different category of being. The real game changer here is its ability to improve itself. I mean, just imagine an AI that can rewrite its own code to get smarter, which then lets it get even smarter, even faster. That recursive loop could kick off an intelligence explosion that would leave our human brains in the dust. So let's start with the dream, right? Why are we even doing this? Well, it's because the potential upside is it's almost impossible to overstate. This could be the key to solving problems that have haunted us for thousands of years. Just think about it. An intellect that could model every single biological process in your body perfectly. It could design personalized cures for cancer. It could reverse the damage of Alzheimer's. Maybe it could even stop aging altogether. The amount of human suffering that could just vanish is, it's almost unimaginable. Or what about climate change? We humans struggle to balance all the variables, right? The economics, the ecology, the politics, it's a mess. And ASI could synthesize all of that in a heartbeat, designing things like hyper-efficient carbon capture systems or a perfectly optimized global energy grid that we just can't even conceive of right now. And all of this could lead to a genuine post-scarcity world with a truly godlike ability to optimize logistics and allocate resources. An ASI could make poverty and hunger nothing more than a footnote in a history book. We're not just talking about making things a bit more efficient. We're talking about completely rewriting the rules of our entire economy. But, and this is a huge but, for all this incredible promise, there's a shadow. That same immense power that could save us is also what makes this whole thing so incredibly dangerous. And this brings us to what is arguably the single most important challenge in this entire field, the alignment problem. This is the question that literally keeps researchers up at night. How do you give a system that's way, way smarter than you a goal and be absolutely certain it won't find some catastrophic loophole? It is fiendishly difficult because our human values are often vague, they're contradictory, and we don't even say most of them out loud. How do you program something like "don't be creepy" into pure cold logic? See, we're not really worried about some malicious AI like HAL 9000 or Skynet suddenly turning evil. No, the real danger is way more subtle than that. It's an AI that's incredibly competent, follows its instructions to the letter, but it completely lacks the common sense to understand the devastating side effects of its actions. This brings us to the classic thought experiment and really illustrates the problem. Let's say you give an ASI a seemingly harmless goal: maximize the number of paperclips in the universe. Well, the ASI, with its superintelligence, quickly calculates that the absolute most efficient way to do this is to convert all available matter, the iron in the ground, the buildings in our cities, the very atoms in our bodies, into paperclips. It's not evil. It's just doing exactly what we told it to do. So, this massive challenge has basically created a fundamental split in the AI community. Right now, there is a fierce debate raging between two totally different philosophies on how we should move forward from here. On one side, you have the people arguing for extreme caution. They're saying, hey, our ability to make these things powerful is way ahead of our ability to make them safe. And with something this big, we might only get one shot to get it right. But on the other side, you've got folks arguing that slowing down has its own costs. Every single day we delay is another day people are suffering from diseases that AI could cure. They believe the only way to really solve the safety problem is to push forward and learn by working with these advanced systems. So what does a cautious approach actually look like? Well, experts are proposing a few critical guardrails. First up, alignment research, pouring massive resources into making sure an AI's goals are truly our goals. Second, Interpretability. We need to build AI not as a black box, but in a way that lets us actually understand why it makes the decisions it does. Then you'd need global governance to prevent some reckless international race to the bottom. And finally, a commitment to a staged rollout, moving forward in slow, careful, and reversible steps. So, where does all this leave us? Well, honestly, in a very, very strange and unique position in all of human history. I mean, think about it. With the printing press, or the steam engine, or even the internet, we only really understood their full impact decades after they showed up. With superintelligence, we can see it coming. For once, we have the foresight right now to have these conversations and to try and actually prepare for what's just over the horizon. That quote you're looking at right now, that comes directly from the researchers who are building this stuff. It's not meant to be sensationalist. It's their sober, honest assessment of the binary outcome we're facing. Either we unlock a future of unimaginable progress, or we create a risk that we simply cannot control. The race is already underway, you know? It's being driven by competition, by human curiosity, and by a genuine desire to solve the world's biggest problems. So the question isn't really if we'll build this anymore, but how. How do we guide this incredible journey with enough wisdom and foresight to make sure that whatever comes next remains our partner and not our successor?